In many ways, 5-year-old Zion Knowles is like any other 5-year-old girl you may meet. But unlike many other children, Zion has been diagnosed with leukemia. Now, the surgery that may save her life could cost about $500,000. $500,000 her already struggling family just doesn't have.
Zion is a 5-year-old girl, high spirits, she's really intelligent. And she's a typical 5-year-old girl, likes to have fun, likes to go outside and play. She loves Hello Kitty. She's a typical 5-year-old. The only thing is she has leukemia. She was diagnosed last year, June 25th to be exact, and she was diagnosed with acute lymphoblastic leukemia.
Zion's father, Jason Knowles, says Zion was diagnosed in June 2012 with acute lymphoblastic leukemia. That's a form of leukemia that affects the white blood cells, causing immature white blood cells to be sent out into the body. Those cells, produced in the bone marrow, outpace the growth of normal cells that help fight infections. After rounds of chemotherapy last year, Zion's leukemia went into remission. However, about a week and a half ago, Knowles says his family got the news that the cancer had returned. And to make matters worse, Zion's medical insurance was exhausted.
After her initial treatment, she had a side effect to one of the medications, and so she was in ICU for about a month, and that really depleted everything pretty much last year. So we found out recently that her insurance is completely exhausted now, and so we're in a position where we need to raise funds. We have our own initiatives that we have began. The treatment that she is getting now and that she will need a bone marrow transplant, like I said earlier, and that's really expensive. And I'm speaking in the hundreds of thousands, near like the $500,000 mark. So, you can have as many stakeouts as you can, but to get the amount of funds that we need, we need a wider support from the general public and, corporations.
Knowles explains that bone marrow transplants are very expensive, with the final cost including the actual cost of the procedure, testing for donors, donor hospitalization before and after the procedure, and the hospitalization and radiation of Zion before and after the procedure. Knowles holds out hope that Zion will once again beat leukemia.
The prognosis is good if we can find a donor for the bone marrow. Unfortunately, we don't have a bone marrow registry here in the Bahamas. That's an initiative that we're going to try to spearhead because leukemia is becoming more common here in the Bahamas. Since Zion's diagnosis last year, I've had two persons contact me saying that their children had been diagnosed with leukemia as well. So it's becoming more common here. Fighting for Zion right now, but God willing, she's going to make it. We have the faith that she will pull through, and she'll be a living testimony.
Knowles says his family has set up a Facebook page providing awareness and support for other families in the Bahamas coping with leukemia. However, he says more resources are necessary, including the establishment of a bone marrow registry in the country.